Okay, so this is a new experience for you. So can you tell me what it feels like just walking in this room right now?
It's definitely a momentous occasion. Been working very hard for this opportunity and moment, and it's finally here. And even though it's a last minute thing, short notice thing, I just feel like this was meant to happen eventually. And what better occasion, what better card than UFC 239? International Fight Week with a huge headliner with John Jones versus Santos, or I believe Thiago Santos, and of course we got Holly Holm versus Amanda Nunes, and it's a great card. I've met a lot of great athletes already. Obviously, I'm still in the moment, and I almost can't believe that this is happening, but I can believe this is happening, and this is something that I've envisioned for a long time, and it's finally here, and I'm just happy.
You have you not only are you taking this last minute fight, but you're taking this a big name. So how does that feel? Does the pressure of the last minute fight matter more? Is it the name, or is there no pressure at all because it's last minute?
There's no pressure at all. I think that even if this was scheduled like a month before, it doesn't matter if this is a big name or not. Marlon Vera is a tough guy. He's a veteran in the sport. He's been around for a long time in the UFC, and I just don't feel like I don't feel pressure to go out there and do anything abnormal that I normally do. I'm going to go out there and do my thing. I've fought tough guys before. All of my regional career, every fight I've had is a tough guy, and I mean Marlon is not going to be any different, but neither are my winning ways. That's staying the same for this fight.
So, do you have a prediction for this fight?
A prediction, man. I don't know what the prediction might be. I'm going to go in there and just give it my best, showcase my heart, my skill, everything that I've accumulated over the 9.5 years that it took me to get here, and we'll see. We'll find out what happens Saturday night.
And you had a little bit of history with some boxing. Looked like you were going to try boxing briefly. Can you explain, was that because things were stalling in MMA, or was that just you were just trying to help yourself?
I took a few boxing fights for a few reasons. I think the biggest one was the money. The reason why is because I knew that after my last fight, I was probably not going to be fighting anytime soon for MMA, and I just wanted to stay busy and get the money, because I feel like most of the time I'm just I'm scrapping by fight to fight, and even it's worked out. It's a bit of a sacrifice having to be a little broke sometimes in between fights, but just the boxing fights were just for the money, and of course the experience. And I'm just being honest with how things were and how my life is with that. But that's what it was, and I got some really good experience out of it. So I'm really happy, and I think the boxing is gonna play out very very important in this fight particularly.
So on that note, there may be some fans that are watching this video who haven't seen you fight. They don't really know who you are. Can you explain to somebody what to expect from the fight?
Well, you guys can definitely expect some suave movements, some antics in the cage that'll, I think, be entertaining, and of course some violence. If you guys are a fan of mixed martial arts, you guys will be a fan of myself, Nohelin Hernandez. Oh man, I think my debut on a short notice fight, getting this win is gonna just skyrocket me into a great position to get bigger fights and more fights in the UFC, and ultimately stay in the UFC. I got a good contract this time around, and I expect to put on great performances every single time that I'm here, and continue the long contract streak, and stay a notable name in the UFC.
And one last question, we're gonna ask everybody their prediction for Holly Holm versus.
Ooh. I say Holly Holm.
And what, a decision, TKO?
I think TKO. I think she's going to surprise a lot of people. I think Amanda Nunes is very aggressive, but I think that Holly's evasive movements and her slick strikes are going to play dividends in this fight.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.